What's happening? Facebook, Instagram. This Coach Derek with Manny Fresh.
What's the dang deal? Good morning, everyone.
And we got two of Juan don't know it. He high up on my prospect.
Yeah, I already know you too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grill him. And
I thought
podcast.
I was watching Garcia when I saw his fight.
He don't give away his height or nothing. He fight like I done trained him, man.
Yeah.
That boy's good.
Yeah.
But he Facebook podcast, friend of the podcast, A-Leaf Ali.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Mr. Ali?
What's up?
Coming fresh off of victory.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 2-0.
That's what's up, man.
All right, man. Sound good when I listen to it. That's gonna fuck me up. All right.
How's y'all's weekend been so far, or your week?
Been busy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we 1 week away? Yeah, it was just last week you were
Just last
on
week,
the fight.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Both of y'all, huh? How y'all feeling?
I feel
Feel
great.
good.
Y'all been eating?
Yeah, I've been eating.
That's what's
You
up.
ain't good.
Next week we'll be back in camp, but this week we've been eating good. Man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's one of the first things you guys look forward to right after the fight? Is it?
Burger.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's your post-fight meal? Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Actually, it's crazy. I usually like trying to go out to eat, but man, we fought so late. That's literally what we got. Whataburger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah. We can't.
It was the only thing open, I think.
That's what's up, man.
What about the performance, man? All right, let's go over these fights. Who fought first, man? Because I stayed up till like 1 a.m. fucking with these dudes. Man. I was so tired, bro. My wife looked out in downstairs. What the fuck are you doing? I said, man, I'm waiting on Ray. Man. You went last, huh?
Yeah, you said that in our group message too. You're like, man, over here waiting on Ray.
Hey, shout out to JB's fan club too, because they was driving me, man.
It was going
Every
crazy.
30 seconds. Has JB fought? I'm thinking, man, scroll. You can hear they just asked you that, man. But I cut the comments off, man. That shit was driving.
Yeah, he got a fan base.
I give him that,
I
yeah.
give him
He
that.
had a bunch of people,
I give him
constantly
that.
on that. JB, I'm here for JB and them little shorts. The little shorts on the thing, man. But that was a good performance, man. How you grade yourself on that one, Ray?
I give myself a B-.
What
Interesting.
What was what didn't you do that you planned on doing, and what you did exactly like you was planning on doing? In other words, what was your strengths you think, and what you could have done better?
From my first fight to this fight, my first fight, it was just a lot going on, my nerves and stuff, and just the anticipation and all the excitement and stuff. I was just flat. I didn't fight like how everybody's used to seeing me in the gym every day. Like my people that train with me and my sparring partners, they know that I got skills and I can fight. So I didn't really show that in my first fight. So this fight, I wanted to just show my skills. I was telling everybody all camp, I'm a box excellent. I ain't going for the knockout because I just want to show my skills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so I did pretty much everything I wanted to do. The only thing that I could have did more, I know I could have, coach was like, keep doing what you're doing. I could have pressed easily. I could have easily pressed, especially in the third and fourth. You know what I'm saying? I know he conceded. He conceded probably like the first round or the second round. I can't remember, but me and my coach, we had talked about it in the corner. I could have pressed more, but, I was showing my skills and I did everything I pretty much wanted to do. So only thing I didn't do was get the knockout. And like I said, I could have pressed a little bit more and I could have got a little closer. He didn't commit. He really wasn't committed to any punches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He played it safe and he played it smart. He wasn't trying to commit to any punches, really.
I know. For me, I that's always a smart thing to do. You go looking for a knockout, you find your ass whooped before you realize
That's
it.
the wrong thing to do.
And then now you need the knockout,
Yeah.
right?
And then you're small, you gotta watch out.
Mhm.
You can get caught at any time.
Oh yeah. A lot of people outside of boxing, they don't understand that the gloves is to protect your hands, not the other guy. The gloves is nothing on your hands.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They like
Right. It's like nothing on you, especially fight gloves,
Yeah.
not sparring gloves. But
It's different.
yeah, man, I seen it, and I think a rule of thumb is always to go out there and box, man, and box and do your thing. And through boxing, you'll catch him when he ain't looking.
Yeah.
If things is going your way, so don't go looking for the knockout. But I had that fight 4-0.
Yeah.
Me, what I seen, there was a bunch of discrepancies with the fans, bro, who was commenting and announcers on that fight on the whole fight, the whole show.
The whole show, yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck y'all looking at. But what I see, and I call it down the middle, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if I ain't a fan or that shit don't matter to me. I look at fights as a trainer, and that to the untrained eye, you may be doing something, and now, man, you losing, but I had it 4-0, man, against JB, and I tell you what, I seen the same thing you seen maybe at the end of the first round, but there was a second there and a third maybe. Or was it the last he tried to pitch a bitch for a second? But
I think it was the third, right?
I think it might have been the fourth. I'm not sure.
He got inspired for a second in that round, tried to do something. But I already seen he got a fight already. He's fighting out of town. I seen.
He stayed busy.
Yeah, man.
Right. He wants all the smoke.
Yeah. Juan.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself.
First time.
Yeah, I know nothing about this kid.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan, man.
Yeah.
My name is Juan Velasquez. I'm currently 4-0 with 3 knockouts, and I got the unanimous decision. This is my first time going the distance this past Saturday, and I think I did pretty good.
What was your amateur experience?
I had over, I'm not sure, I had a lot of fights, like over 90 something, 80 something.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
And
All in Houston? You from here?
yeah, I'm from here. And I was going to California and other places sometimes.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
18.
Nice.
Yeah. Next year I'm gonna turn 19. June 26th.
4-0, 3 knockouts.
That boy was a
18
boxer,
years
man.
old. Damn near 100 amateur fights.
Who started you boxing?
Oh, I started with Gerard Edwards. He was the first thing he taught me was the jab, because that's the most important thing in boxing, the jab.
Yeah.
You gotta keep throwing that in order to win fights. And
1,000%.
yes, sir. And that was the one I started with.
Gerard, do I know that guy?
Yeah, Gerard, GNM.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh, your trainer. I thought you called him.
No, Coach
Oh, no,
Torrey.
that's
No,
what-
he's the owner.
Yeah, he's the
He
owner.
was
okay.
actually he was messing around in the junior.
Yeah.
strength.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
He was also a coach.
He also was a coach.
Oh, okay. That's who kicked you off. So you still with your home team, basically, right? You
Yeah,
stay
I'm loyal. I'm always be with. I'll start with them and I'll finish with them.
Now, I wish I'd have brought y'all coach with me because this guy Juan, bro, he don't what I call the Houston
Crouch.
style of boxing. Houston, that ain't disrespectful. That's Manny said that, but the quintessential Houston style of fight, right? That is definitely a style of fighting,
Yeah, it is.
and you don't fight like that. So I think you're a rangy distance fighter, man. And so, man, if y'all trainer would have came in there, I could have learned me something, man, about how they different. But yeah, man, I seen what I seen, man. I had you winning the fight, but that guy came down here to win, man.
Yeah,
He was trying to win, and
he came all the way from Michigan, I think.
Yeah.
He came to win.
and somebody Michigan folks, that's
Oh, they're tough out there.
that's-
That cold weather keep you.
even if you're a clone of a clone of a clone of Crunk Jim,
Yeah.
you're a bad motherfucker. So
Yeah.
that I was sitting there and I'm going, man, Juan, I guess Juan's in that first round is touching him out, seeing where he's at, and I was waiting for you to bite down, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you was letting the fucking boy fight, man. I was like that. So I think it was the third where you really, okay, he ain't in your class. So it shows. And then I had you winning the fight. But man, that little dude, that's what I mean about boxing, man. Sometimes you don't know who's coming in that ring. Everybody ain't there to get along.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people is there, and you never know. It's like when these young guys, they fight these 20-20 guys, right? 20 wins, 20 losses, or maybe 5 wins and 25 losses. But see,
That's
you've been
30
in the
fights.
ring so many times, man. You don't know tonight.
Experience.
He might feel like whooping your ass, man. So if you taking it easy or you not, the worst is not in shape. You're not in shape, and this motherfucker decides to fight, man. They cause problems, bro. That's why in the pro ranks you can't overlook anybody.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do. Overlook someone.
Yeah, man. They still in the gym boxing and shit, so they might decide to try to win that night.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, man. And then that's when then you find yourself in a fight with somebody. And I done seen it happen to the greatest fighter. Now I remember
Shit happened to Mike.
I remember
Tyson.
Yeah, I remember when when Little Floyd was coming up, and he fought this guy out of Baton Rouge, man, who his record was all jacked up, man, but he could fight. And Emmanuel Augustus, y'all ever heard of this guy?
The drunken
master.
Yeah, the drunken master.
Yeah, he's out of Baton Rouge, or he was fighting out of Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
But
He could fight, man.
yeah, and he decided to fight that night.
Yeah.
I wanted to win, you know, and then he made him look rough. He made it rough
hard
on
on him. Some people say Mayweather lost that fight.
I think they ended up pulling the plug at the end or something. Or
I forget how it ended, but it was.
He was in the fight. He was a competitive fight. But you never know, man.
He got hurt. I seen when he got hurt. He got a little bit stumbled.
Yeah,
Mayweather.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. You never know. That's why you don't take these guys. Like, you know, a lot of people. You brought up Tyson. The thing and that's my age group. I'm a Tyson fan. I don't have no illusions or grandeur that he was better than what he was. But the thing you admire about that guy was, if you didn't belong in the ring, he treated you like you didn't belong in the ring. He was gonna walk through you and go to the house.
He was gonna disrespect.
And that's what you love. That's marketable. Yeah, disrespect. and Mike started believing that shit himself. When they would talk to him, and I remember, man, you don't even love the fucking ring with me, man. How dare you come into the ring with me? I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But you got to treat them guys like that. And look what happened when he did. Yeah. Not that Douglas was as shitty as what people pretend he was, because he wasn't. He was a fight. He was a big man that could box. And he had the skill set. And I tell you what, that night he decided to be great. And caught Mike right, man, and backed him off of it, man. So you guys got to always stay in shape and ready, man, to go, because you'll fuck around and find that one.
Well, we training. We always just assume like we fighting the best, no matter.
Y'all kind of live in the gym too. I follow y'all on social media, man. Y'all stay in that gym, man. So
stay in the gym, stay sparring, stay everything.
90 fights.
Even if we haven't started training camp, we still stay in the gym.
We still stay in the gym,
right?
Touching the bag, just staying sharp.
Keep that rust off. You see, that there's a lot of. I was in the barbershop yesterday, right? And these kids was talking about fucking Little Floyd. I guess he said something else on social media about boxing or something. But
they saying coming out of retirement.
So here we go. I'm in the barbershop and I'm trying to put earplugs in because I'm listening to these guys argue about Pac-Man and Floyd Mayweather.
They don't know what they talk about.
This is a 10-year-old argument, man. Yeah. But they sitting there talking, and this one guy was, you know how you can tell the difference between a fan and somebody knows boxing. Yeah. Like he may know everything about this particular guy, and so he takes that and tries to put it on all fighters. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you a fan, man. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But he was, and he wasn't accounting for rust, time out the ring. And I'm thinking to myself, Little Floyd has never shown me ever that he does anything stupid ever. Like as far as being unprepared and all that stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, what made you think he's gonna go from this exhibition with the MMA guy, which wasn't a real fight for real, and then the other,
he wasn't even in shape for that fight,
right? And then the karate guy,
his trunks up to his chest. I never seen.
I say, man, he got $9 million for fighting a karate guy, and who the fuck he's gonna come fight the best fighters in the world right now?
What were they talking about? He was gonna come out of retirement to fight Manny?
But that's what they were talking about. I don't know if that's the conversation, but
he was sitting down. The picture that they show, he was sitting down with
Dana
White, and that's MMA. So, but who knows what they're gonna do? I know he's not fighting no top dog.
And one thing about it is, and if he was, then something's up, because Lil Floyd don't do shit. Stupid. Fan or not, this guy's gonna. I remember him crying after beating up Toro guy, and I'm like, damn, I believe more than you. This wasn't a fight, man. But he knows the threat. He knows that guy can punch. And so to think he would come off the sofa, bro, and just fight some top flight guy, he either ain't coming off the sofa, and he's in shape and
or it's a dumb move.
It's something to that, man.
So I think this is a good opportunity to talk about something. We got a self-proclaimed dinosaur expert in boxing.
My dad was born in 1923, bro. I was just talking about last night about Carlos Monzon for about an hour.
Right. I'm old school, but we got two young cats, 18. And how old are you, Ali?
28.
You're 28?
Yeah.
God dang. Young ass. I mean, you look young.
These guys have changed my mind. We'll get into that. Go ahead.
I want to talk about what we saw the other day, or what I saw. Apparently, you fell asleep on the Zone with these internet sensation guys. All the
Logan Paul and them.
Yeah.
What's y'all's perspective as far as the impact on boxing? When you look at that, do you find it disrespectful to boxing, or do you find it, this is good for boxing? It's going to bring.
I mean,
honestly, I don't know what to think. That's crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. They main event over 2 world champions.
I mean, should we not be talking about this? Is this not important?
I got a perspective. Okay. Want to talk about it?
Let's get. I want to hear from them first. As far
they might know them guys. Y'all know them guys.
I didn't know who they was until like. Yeah, that's all I know. I never seen a video or I never seen.
Did y'all watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, so what was your feelings on the whole show?
I mean, they actually tried to fight, but it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy what social media can do, man. It's crazy. Like even the crowd that was there, they was not boxing fans.
Right.
They probably didn't even know who Devin Haney was or the other guy that fought. They were literally there for the YouTuber. That's just crazy to me. That they got that much attention to where they could sell out and make that much money. Like
and they was main event.
But this is on the Zone.
Yeah,
this is.
I don't like the way the Zone throw their card. I don't like the way.
Yeah, they've been fumbling the ball a little bit here and there. Like it. Do you think that this is a new trend that's going to continue, or do you think this is just something that?
Yeah, I think it's going to continue.
Because people are going to start thinking like, man, they made that type of money. We're gonna try it. I seen somebody else try to call the dude who went out. Some other. I don't know. I think
these guys are untrained professionals. Mm-hmm. Or untrained. I wouldn't even.
Real pro.
That's what I mean. Untrained, and they headlining on the Zone, sellout arena.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
But I seen Canelo. He put a comment under the Instagram the Zone post. He was like, this is sad. Like it's sad for boxing. I don't know.
We talked about this. We talked this about 2 years ago, and I said there was going to be a shift, and I was referencing UFC and Dana and everything. I didn't see anything like this happening. I still don't know how to feel about it.
It is bad for boxing now I think about it.
Let me explain something to y'all, man. Now I'm 43, going on about 67. My dad was 50 when I was born. He was born.
What would your dad say if he would have saw that show?
He would have laughed. but wait. He would have understood. Right. Because here's the thing, man. And it's important for y'all to understand, man, that professional prize fighting and boxing, the sport, is 2 very fucking different things, man. Mm-hmm. Listen, when I was a kid, Ali fought Lyle Alzado, a famous linebacker in the NFL. I don't remember the one with the karate guy he fought, but
that's because it was over there.
But Joe Louis fought wrestlers and shit. All this thing. So remember this, man. When y'all talking to these promoters and these show guys, they really are just interested in people buying tickets, man. Now they may be a fan of you guys. They may make Juan their favorite fighter, right? Like this fucking Juan kid. Look at him. He look like a young Oscar or something in the face, and he can box. This guy's gonna be great. But at the end of the day, he gets paid. No matter if the idiot at the barbershop who was saying dumb shit, long as he bought the ticket, he's valuable, right? Yeah. So social media and shit changed the game, just like the apps have changed the game completely. When we was coming up, I remember I had 3 of my cousins went professional, right? Guys my age. And you would box on your local shows. You try to get your TV date on USA or ESPN. And then, if you show your ass on there 2-3 times, maybe one of the big cable networks will pick you up, and then you got to win there. Everything's contingent on winning. Why? Because it's all about purchasing the tickets, right? So I don't give a fuck if it's a gorilla and a giraffe gonna fight. If people want to see a gorilla and a giraffe fight, that's the P.T. Barnum shit of boxing.
Boxers and kangaroos.
Exactly. That's a real thing. Chuck Webner fought a bear one time, and he fought Ali and fought a bear after that, right? So when you sit here and go, man, it's shit into boxing, right? you gotta separate yourself. You gotta say as a boxer.
Yeah.
As a boxer,
It's disrespectful.
Right. As a boxer, what do you call that? Enthusiast. You gotta say, oh, look at this fucking circus. But then, as professional boxers, y'all gotta say, shit. If I'd have performed on that show with the fucking YouTube kangaroos,
everyone would have seen.
They'd have seen me.
Not really, because
I remember Devin Haney said. I remember Devin Haney after his win before this fight, he was like he wanted part of the KSI whatever fight. He wanted to. He said he wanted to fight on that card.
So that's a young man that understands what's going on.
Yeah.
So guess what? I don't care if it's YouTubers or Lil Floyd fighting a fucking karate guy. It's the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
And you just gotta now. I suggest while y'all on that show, y'all talk pure boxing and talk about how y'all can watch that, but watch this. You see what I'm saying? Promote yourself. But this shit is old as fighting, man. Listen, bro. The whole, it used to be every state had a boxing and wrestling commission. Did you realize that? Like fake fighting had a commission. And you had to buy your license from the wrestling and boxing commission. Now, how the fuck? These guys is really risking their life, and the only way you get hurt is if it's on accident. How is that? Because it's about selling tickets. The state just wants their money off your shit. You got to keep that in mind, man.
I agree with everything you're saying. What I just find disrespectful is that they did have two world-class fighters on the undercard and had these clowns.
Yeah, but they stunk up the joint too.
Yeah, they did.
I fell asleep on Haney.
I did.
That's like the third time I done fell asleep on that. And he's great. He can fight. No shot to Devin Haney.
And all the gimme fights that you referenced with the Bear, with Chuck and the Bear and Ali and the Karate guy. They weren't on the same card as a professional fight. They were what's the word? Exhibition fights that were promoted as such. Again,
the game has changed.
Yeah, again, this is on the Zone, one of the top three, right?
Realize how bad the Zone is losing money?
Oh, I know they losing money.
Okay, see, that's another thing you got to look at.
But I think,
these guys at this point, that by them pushing that show. And seeing
they're showing their card though when they
seeing they're looking at the monetary value as opposed to the.
Did we get numbers on that? Let me see.
We bleeding over here, losing until we paid all these fighters so much money, right? And so we got to hit all these little hustles we can. So in the meantime, if I could put Devin Haney, who I'm invested in, we could put Billy Joe. And all let's get some eyes on
terrible that night.
Right, we get some eyes on them while we showing the circus. That's all that is. It's business, man. So if you take it as disrespectful, limit the disrespectful part to your boxing brain. Right. Say, that's just shit. But at the same time, you got to say, because if you don't look at it
on the business side,
you're going to lose potentially when they come and say, Ray, we want you on our card, man. You can fight. We got a contract for you. And you say, cool. He said, but it's gonna be on the undercard, Mr. T versus Homie the Clown. And you go, man, fuck, I'm a real fighter. And they gonna say, yeah, you're a real fighter, but go fight your ass somewhere else. Because that was your shot, right? And if they was gonna pay you money, now
you gotta take that. I ain't gonna lie.
What I'm saying is be wise. And say, give me the contract.
Get the money.
Show it to you. To the bodyguard, that shit looks good. All right, we gonna sign this shit and then play your role like every time they say, Ray, man, you on the undercard of Mr. T and such. Yeah.
Look at my check.
All right, you want to know who I'm fighting? This is who I'm fighting. You got to play it right, bro.
Who were those social media guys?
My son knew who
Logan Paul.
He's 16. He knew exactly who they were. Oh, they know. That's the monetary value.
It's kind of good because now more people gonna know who Devin Haney is because a lot of people was watching it and it was already pegged. The event was already pegged by the time Devin Haney was walking out to the ring.
Not only that, Juan, imagine this here too. The formula works because of this. Ain't the Garcia kid a product of Instagram, social media? He's a product of social media.
That got him to ESPN.
He's like so
right. So
what are y'all thoughts on Garcia? Is he the real deal?
I've only watched. To be honest, I've only seen highlights. My first time actually seeing a full fight was last time.
He's getting better. I'm not even gonna lie, but he's too wild. He throws a lot of wild punches.
I've seen. I think this is the third time I've seen him, but from when he was with his dad to now he's with the Renosis. I see a complete. I see change already. I see it already. So I'm not saying it's miraculous or nothing, but I'm seeing the difference. And to be honest with you, y'all bringing up the Haney kid, right? And they talking about Haney fighting that guy. And my opinion rests solely in that corner, man. Because who is the guy in Haney's corner? I don't know who that is.
I think his dad.
Okay, it's his father?
His dad, yeah.
Versus...
Haney's the one that used to get sent to school to get beat up. I mean, to boxing to get beat up.
Yeah.
He did what?
His dad took him to boxing so he can get beat up because he was acting up, and it turned out he was whooping everyone's ass.
That's a good story. So it's Pops versus Reynoso.
I think his dad's like his trainer and his manager or something.
So
that's what I heard his dad be taking him to different gyms to learn something new. To Mayweather's.
Well, yeah, I'm not against fathers training their kids or whatever, especially as long as they go through the paces as well with somebody. I know Shakur's grandfather is always, but guess who else is in his corner? Kate Camara from National Coach. The guy who just took over Hurt. This is a bona fide fight man who's been in the game, fought, and he produces at the highest amateur level. And now you see the crossover to the pros with Shakur. I'm sure he fools with Bud and them too. But
I'm a fan of Shakur.
Yeah, man. So
look.
There's so much balance in that corner, man. You fighters don't realize how important that corner is until they need them. Yeah. And you might go on a 6, 7, 15 run tear where you didn't need coach to make these dire decisions, but then when you do, that's when you're gonna see how valuable it is. And because which brings me to my next thing. I was watching that special on the Big Brit AJ
Anthony Joshua
and Ruiz.
Rocky
I haven't seen it yet.
Rocky made a 30-minute move. Sylvester Stallone made a 30-minute deal out of that fight for the next fight. It just dropped.
I've seen it, but I ain't watch it. I ain't watch it.
It's great, bro.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I want to sit down and watch it.
Yeah,
but they going in that corner, bro. And Joshua's corner. And I know McCracken is an experienced corner. He been in England.
He was asking him what's wrong and what's going on.
And bro, he wasn't getting no answer to me. He was getting. What's what I say about the corners when they throw the jab, throw the jab, throw more jabs. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
move your head, move your head.
Don't you see I'm getting my ass kicked when I throw this jab, man? So again, I think AJ was hurt going into that fight. And
that's crazy. You had called it too.
When he walked
you remember that?
Yeah,
people act like I'm making that shit. Nah, I said, man, what's wrong with this dude, man? This dude don't want to be here for some reason.
And then it came out
later. Walking out, I seen something weird. Like
his eyes.
He was totally not wanting to be there. That kid knew he got hurt, and they said it was a week before. Like the week of the fight, he gets knocked out.
Yeah, that's gonna be in your head. You got so much things running through.
It's so much money, but again, the zone.
Yeah.
They bleeding over there. They can't cancel this fight at the 11th hour. And they said, "Come on, chap! Look at the fat Mexican.
Oh yeah,
hey,
fucking
with it. The fat Mexican fucking killer though. he's a real fucking killer though. Yeah. And you can see Joshua in his face, bro. Joshua wanted to throw up, man. That's why I couldn't keep that mouthpiece in his mouth. He had butterflies. Probably had the shit. That dude was fucked up right now. And I like Anthony Joshua. There's no reason not to like that kid. He seems like a great. He should be somebody's hero. You know the way he carries himself. But Ruiz got dead in that ass, and what I seen was what I didn't call, and Ray could probably tell you that. I didn't know who the fuck Ruiz was. I should have, but I didn't. A bunch of people I know knew exactly who he was, but I didn't, so I missed the boat on that one. But they in that Rocky documentary, bro,
I gotta check it out.
They showed like Josh was in the corner, literally going, "What do I do?"
Yeah, he
asked him like,
He said, "Ask him what's happening."
Yeah.
Oh, he even one time he says, "What punch got me?"
Yeah.
Like what punch got me? Because think about it, Ruiz was once Ruiz hurt him, like a true Aztec. He went over there with the fucking dog.
Over
bah, 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 bah.
And he got him in the temple. That's when your legs stopped shaking.
And so, and there was another section one where he said, AJ said, "What punch do I need to throw?"
Yeah.
He literally said that. He said, "What do I need to throw to get him?"
But as a fighter, you should be asking those questions. Once you get in your corner,
no. You shouldn't be asking them questions because I'm telling you,
Right.
you already know what to
Right.
go throw because we're in tune.
But that's what should be running through his head. It's like, fuck, I'm coming for answers.
And so if you get hurt, right? And every fighter can be hurt. Every fighter, but Joe Louis been knocked out, you can be knocked out.
Yeah.
So if you is hurting and buzzing, but not enough for me to stop this fight, I see we can still win this fight. My fighter needs to come back here, and I don't need to be ranting, raving, and screaming because you already in full panic mode no matter how good you're hiding it.
Yeah.
So I need to be calm, telling you to breathe and giving you direct direction on what to do. And it should be
Throw the jab on.
this. You gotta throw the fucking jab. It should be whatever we need to offset this guy. Listen, man, you get one or two directions in the corner, bro. For real. You know, I could give you a barrage of shit, but you ain't gonna hear none of that shit. I can confuse you.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear a lot of it. You just
Sometimes, you know, sometimes when I might tell you go to your right, man. That might be all the direction you need to get your space, because the punch is gonna throw itself once you see the space, because this guy is crowding you. So I might send you in another direction. That's what you need to hear. So when you come back to the corner, you saying go to the right. You know what I'm saying? Go to the right. So this what worries me, and I'm rooting for Ruiz in the rematch. But this what worries me about this fight is because Joshua, I seen a picture of him the other day. He's working.
Slim.
He's working, right? He's working.
about the weight loss. You think it's gonna be affected or no? He lost weight.
This fight, he should have been lost weight.
Yeah. He was looking too big.
Yeah, that muscle don't help.
All them damn Snickers he was eating.
But this is what I'm reading, and this shit could be wrong. It's two left shoes, but this is what I'm reading. For a kid like him, working hard like that, he knows when he goes back in that ring with Andy, it's just him. Mm-hmm. It's just him. It's me and this guy. So I better be in fucking shape, and I better be able to hang with this dude. Because when I come back to the fucking corner, what you gonna tell me, man? So I say if Andy, I think Andy needs to run right out there, get right in that ass just like he did the first time. Because if he wobbles in quick,
you seen the jab in front of the body? Look, boom.
Oh man, that Ruiz kid knows how to fight.
You gotta keep throwing that to go into the body and on top.
Right, man. It was perfect. And when he got hurt, because he got hurt, he got clipped.
Yeah, I mean, he got dropped.
I don't think he was in danger of getting stopped, but he got clipped hard.
He didn't rush to get up. He took a deep breath.
He said, but in his mind was on, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. That's what he said. Watch this shit.
He like, okay.
Hey, bro, if there's ever a stark contrast between fighting and who they are in the ring is Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz seems such like a happy,
he's
like a jolly-go-lucky, soft-spoken.
And the ring is gangster, man.
I'm just happy to be here, man. And then he gets in that ring and tries to kill your fucking ass. Man, I love that shit, bro. I love that. I ain't gonna lie, but I think if Joshua gets hurt, the first time he gets shook a little bit, all that shit's gonna come back. He's gonna say, "Uh-oh, am I hurt? Uh-oh." You know what I'm saying? And that's all the space he needs. Now I still think it's a 50-50 fight because they're heavyweights. Yeah. And that guy's a giant.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, he's a giant, man. If he lands that shot, even though it's a piss poor right hand, he throws the right hand, he falls into you and shit. But if he hits you right with it, it's like Wilder, man.
I seen you say this is gonna be the first rematch. So in your head, I think that you think if AJ win, they got to do the third one.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, the first.
Because I can't see him obliterating that. Even if he catches him, it'll be that he clipped him. Yeah. Because he's the better fighter. Mm. The ability is clear as day. Who's the real, the better boxer? So of course I want the American to win and man, first Mexican heavyweight champ. Man, that shit is
that's crazy.
awesome, bro.
That's
That is
crazy.
awesome, man. And then just showing, bad genetics is a motherfucker, man, because that dude, he's actually in shape, bro, because he couldn't fight like that. You couldn't fight a 6'7" Incredible Hulk dude for 7-8 rounds if he wasn't in shape, bro. He's in shape. It's just genetics, bro. It just is what it is, man.
You could be uncomfortable. You could be not in shape but still be conditioned because he was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. He don't look like it, but he's conditioned.
His body wasn't in
that
shape.
Heart, them lungs and shit is carrying that shit. He's let's go, man. We know we got and the fact that his timing is impeccable, and I agree with everybody. He's quick-handed. He throws a lot of shots and correct, man. He just knows how to fight them guys, bro. And the big, they ain't gonna get it, bro. You being big ain't gonna whoop him because everybody's bigger than him. Everybody's bigger than him for stature. But I can't wait for that fight.
Hey, speaking of big weight difference, tonight we got a big weight difference because
219.
Wilder, 219.
That's big for Wilder.
219.
Yeah.
Didn't he come in like 2 or something before?
The lightest
I think it was 211 or something.
Yeah, like he came in against Tyson Fury like 211, 210, something crazy.
I don't know, man. I like Ortiz. I seen you picking.
The windmill.
Man,
and under 3. Let me tell you something. I done had to accept that this motherfucker is so hard, bro, that it really doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter that he can't box.
He got to be. They say it's an exception to every rule. He the exception, man.
Right, and you know what? And in my opinion, Mark Breland is probably the greatest amateur.
Yeah, Mark Breland, his coach is
right. He Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah. Olympic gold medalist. In that class was Sweepy the gold medalist. Yeah. Mildred Taylor was a gold medalist. Holyfield won the silver, should have had gold. And the other big, the heavyweight, but he was in that class. I think he's probably the greatest amateur boxer in history, but a 2-time world champion in the professional ranks. And his thing was height. He was so much bigger than everybody. So when I first seen Wilder,
he doesn't fight small. He fights tall.
Who?
Wilder.
Shit.
You think he gets down?
Man, his feet is way out like this, bro. That dude, he's just so tall, bro.
Maybe.
Man, his feet spread out like this, and he that's why he's the windmill, bro. That son bitch is just swinging like this here. But he must hit so hard, dude. Think about that shit for a second, man. He don't, and anything I say, y'all disagree, please speak up. That I know I can be wrong too.
We good,
but
up to the point we start talking about Canelo.
Yeah, you just don't know what you're talking about. Viva Canelo, the grand champ, the grand champion. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. He got leverage on that shot, bro. It's got to be from the leverage, the height. Him shooting down, or I don't know, because when I first seen, I said Mark Breland's gonna make this motherfucker beat everybody. And then I started watching him like, he ain't gonna beat nobody when he fights it. But he beats him. He knocks him out, bro. He knocks him out. And that shit must be kryptonite, man.
Everybody he fought touched their canvas.
And now that to me, that's why when he did finally clip my guy Fury, I said, well, that's the end of that hunt. You know, because and then when he got up, I was like, oh, this shit is just amazing now because
there's some other stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was
some drugs kicked back in his body.
something happened, man. He got a dope shot from way back. Popped in his brain.
Like from Pulp Fiction.
He dropped him.
Yeah, he did with that. Yeah, that's exactly what he did with that adrenaline in his mouth, man.
He got dropped. He got back up like
he dropped him twice though. He hit him in the 8th and then the 11th.
And fought.
Yes,
but he got up and went forward.
He got back up and almost won the round.
But he was hurt. I think
he woke up like the Undertaker, bro. Like that was crazy.
The other Wilder thought it was over. He was already dancing.
That look when he got up, and it just so happened was on him,
the crowd
and he was like, "What the hell?" Oh no!
He got back up.
He really was like, "Damn, I'm tired. I was dancing. I just got tired from dancing."
Yeah, man. He's Wilder, bro. He's man, he must be.
But it is a dangerous fight. I got Wilder, but it is a dangerous fight. I mean,
I still like Ortiz
tonight.
Yeah.
I think he stops Ortiz.
I think
so it's 450. So win 100. I mean, bet 100 to win 450.
Yeah, he's plus. King Kong is plus 450. Yeah, that's about right eyes to me.
Yeah, I think I might play
3 to 1. 3. Well, that's 4.5 to 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about right.
Is it a good undercard?
Oh yeah, Leo Santa Cruz and
Oh, yeah, Miguel
and
Flores.
Houston guy.
Yeah,
man.
Miguel Flores on
Miguel
that
Flores.
card.
Man, I don't know nothing about Flores, bro.
Me neither.
How do I?
This was just really he got a second opportunity.
This is
all I
for
know,
a title, right?
yeah.
he was supposed to fight him like I don't know
About
how
last
long it
year.
was. Yeah, last year. I don't know what happened. But
And what Miguel got hurt.
yeah, but he getting a second chance.
Yeah.
Boy, about to make a payday.
Shout out Aaron Navarro.
Yeah,
He
and
got him,
Navarro,
man.
that's it, boy.
He got him. I'm rooting for Houston, but I'm a I'm a Leo Santa Cruz fan, bro. I always was, but I ain't
I never seen Miguel Flores fight, but
Yeah, I don't know nothing about.
I went
him,
to.
man.
I just know who
I
he
saw
is.
him fight here in Houston on a PBC.
Card?
The
Yeah.
card. They did a. What's this guy's name?
That's
Over
a
there
good
in Maine.
fight, man. That's crazy.
A Severici undercard.
Mm.
They did about 2-3 years ago. They did a black tie fight out in
Big Lou,
yeah,
Sabres,
yeah.
That I never seen him, man.
He lost that fight that I went to go see. I was fucking surprised against some Asian kid.
Man, everybody have a off night, but so
Yeah.
yeah. Your crew, man. Your crew, Lions only over there, bro. What you think about this rematch, man?
Man,
From a analytical standpoint, what you see?
from an analytical standpoint,
I know who you're rooting for.
I think Harrison has a condo with a pool in Jamel head, man. I think Jamel need to be careful, man. If Jamel, I think he just need to relax and box. If he fight like his old self and stop trying to get the knockout,
Yeah.
he'll have a great night. But if he's trying to come and fighting with aggression and stuff, Harrison can fight, man. I've seen Harrison fight in person. Harrison can fight. He can box.
1,000%.
He can fight. I don't know anybody else thinking about him. I seen him fight in person. He can fight.
He was whooping her till he ran out of gas.
And what a lot of people don't know is Harrison was like when he was coming up, he was like J-Rock and all them dudes before he got clipped by Willie Nelson. He was the next big thing at 154.
Right.
But he took that L. You know what I'm saying?
And proved it by still being around. Bro.
Exactly.
Still,
Yeah.
I would like to see. I would like to see Jamel.
But of course, of course, I want Jamel.
Box.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
and
want
not try to force a knockout.
if he boxes, he gonna be all right.
I just hope the fight's better than. I just hope the fight's as good as the
Oh
press
my God,
conference.
the press conference. That was
Where we at on press conferences right now? Who won the
I
press
got
conference?
Harrison
Harrison
winning.
won that
Shit.
easy.
Shit.
he living in
What?
Jamel head.
What you think? What you think?
To be honest, it was funny. I was just having fun.
That shit was
Man.
entertaining, man.
It was entertaining.
It was tough, bro. It was fucking tough. Shit.
That's it.
I hope he redeems himself during the fight.
Detroit boy, man.
Yeah, Detroit.
They
man.
was talking
And
about
they
coaches and
Hey, Detroit, they bought their life out there, but I hope Mel box, man. I remember Mel.
If he, I remember I had him losing the fight. I know a bunch of people thought he won the fight. I had his dad in here for an episode, and I remember saying, nah, man. I clearly had Harrison winning by a round or two, right?
Harrison
And
box.
though it's a fight,
Yeah,
but
it was a competitive fight. Nobody got blown out, but he lost.
and this is my thing. But I remember distinctly saying, but Jamel can win the rematch. I remember saying if he boxes, right, gives himself some space instead of just that jump in 1-2, trying to force that. Now he can get his title back. I remember thinking that. And so I think it all matters fight plan, if he understands that fact. Because by judging by the one conversation we had, and then by the press conferences, he sounds like, nah, I won, and I'm gonna just win again.
That's
that
a bad
bothers
thing. He
me.
feel like he don't got to fix it. That's why
That
that's why I
bothers me,
said,
man,
yeah.
because
He didn't trick himself in
even
believing that he won, really, bro. Harrison
somebody
did
could
great
easily
stuff.
say, nah, Jamel won by a round, and I can't argue with you. It was a close
It was
fight,
close.
right? But
The
in order to
mentality,
dominate
yeah.
and leave no doubt, you've got to come and box this guy, man, and be strong like you are. But you better start setting some things up and controlling the pace, because all Harrison did was reset it, man. That's all he did. Every time
he was too predictable.
he wanted to start some shit, he just boom, start that shit over. Boom, start it over. And then catch him at the end, going out,
He was catching Mel in between shots too.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
man.
man.
He caught him with a big shot. I think it was a left hand. He threw a straight left hand.
He popped his head back with jabs and right hands all night. He popped
Yeah,
him
man.
back.
I need Jamel to go in there, man, and stay
smart.
calm and be smart,
He
man.
needs to be smart.
He needs to get up there. If Derek is your trainer, man, get up there sooner, man, and y'all go formulate this shit, man, and bring the shit back to Houston, man. That's what I would like to see.
I don't know if it got anything to do with Derek, because I like Derek James, but me personally, if he fight like how he was fighting when he was with Ronnie, I'm not saying it has anything to do with Derek. Maybe it's just Jamel's mentality. Like he feel like he got this newfound power and he just want to knock everything out. But if he fight like how he fought when he was with Ronnie, shit,
different fight.
It wouldn't.
Well, dude, whoever,
fight.
If it ain't Derek, whoever the fuck is making you box, but if Derek's gonna be in your corner, that's who the fuck you need to be with, getting ready for this fight, man. Yeah. Because that shit's gonna matter, bro. Like I was saying earlier, when he come back and this shit ain't going right, he's got to hear something from you. Mm-hmm. But more importantly than that, he's got to trust it and go do it, right? Because it don't do no good if you tell him, but I don't really believe the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like when case in point, when Marlene went with Virgil Hunter for a fight or two or something, and I was watching her, and I was like, I don't see the response, right? And it has nothing to do with Marlene, has nothing to do with Virgil. I just didn't see the connection, the on the same wave, right? Whereas Rudy said something to her, she go fucking do it. Yeah. Rather, worse than that is of little consequence. When Rudy says go run through that fucking brick wall, she puts her head down and runs through the brick wall. That's the difference. That's the difference. And if Ronnie Shields is the guy who will get him to do that, Derrick James, whoever the guy is, that's the guy that needs to fucking be there, man, to tell you, look, man. And more importantly, you ain't winning, bro. You ain't winning, man. So we need to do this. You know what I'm saying? You need to do that. Stop that shit. Now, I remember in that fight, I thought James, a little bit I thought James was being honest with him, saying, hey, man.
He told him that he needed to box and relax.
Right. I think he was telling him what to do, but
he wasn't listening.
Jamel was, I'm going to knock his
he was on his own.
You know, and he just going out there looking. That shit hit him in the ass, bro. On my calls, man.
He was getting counted a lot.
He's got to adjust, man, and win and beat this guy, bro, and bring that title on, man.
People saying he won just because he came forward. He come forward getting punched.
That's, you know what? That's what I noticed the most.
He was aggressive.
Because he was aggressive, people thought he was winning the fight. And a bunch of aggressive people don't win fights if somebody's a boxing, man. So it's that's another fight, man. I believe Jamel could win that fight, just like Tony could win that fight, man. I love when we have fights like this.
But that's a good fight either way it go, though. Like, them two, they both can fight.
It's going to be a war for sure.
They're
going to be out there to perform.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? You got King Kong tonight, man. I'm starting to think you like Mario. Whoever you pick, I just go the other way. On a fight like who you got in Harrison, Charlie?
Harrison.
I'm going the other way.
You got Harrison?
Yeah, I got Harrison.
It's some good fights, man. And then tell me about how good before we get into Canelo and run him hot.
Yeah.
Let's what's up next? Y'all waiting for the first of the year? What's up?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the first year. But with this 2020 would be super active.
How many fights y'all want to get in next year?
That's a good question. Somebody else asked me that. I want at least.
Yeah, spin that thing. Somebody see it.
Right there.
Turn it to the middle of y'all, right? You can move that mic. No, the mic itself. Like that. Yeah, and y'all.
That's good, just like that.
What's your trainer name? Tory.
Yes, sir.
Why do I think it's with a D?
Detorian is his real name.
That's just Tory.
But we go, Detorian. But we just call him Coach
Tory. He wants balls to the wall. That's both y'all trainer, right?
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, I want to get active.
How many fights you trying to get the next year, man?
I'm gonna be mad if I don't get 7 minimum. That's all I want to say.
7.
I don't know. I want to take it slow because I'm pretty young. I want the same for a year.
Yeah,
4.
And for me, 7 at least.
That's a real wise move right there, young Velasquez. How you say Velasquez? Yeah, that's a wise move, man. You say you're 17, man.
No, I turned pro at 17. Right now I'm 18.
Oh, you made 18, man.
So, what's your game plan? What when you guys sitting down and talking? How do you see yourself the next 5 years?
Oh, next 5 years, I'm gonna blow up pretty soon. I feel like I'm gonna become a world champion.
I'm glad we got him first.
I believe it, bro. Yeah. I believe it 100%.
I just gotta keep I love working out. Like every day I'm at the gym. Sometimes he be like, Juanito, what you doing at the gym? You gotta rest. I'll be like, nah, I gotta stay.
Now you can overdo it though.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
Workhorse, you workhorse.
Yeah.
How's it? Y'all related? What's the deal here?
G&M Boxing Familia.
Okay.
G&M Boxing Gym, G&M Boxing.
Nice.
Okay. Same team. Same squad.
Yeah.
That
Push each other, me and Red.
Yeah,
we stay in the gym.
that he said 7 fights. That's very doable.
Yeah.
It's
Easy.
easy.
About a month, man. You could beat that action. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm being nice. I don't want to say nothing too crazy, but I know that's very.
we should have been.
Yeah, I seen Q. Q went crazy.
We turned pro in January. We should be. We ain't with 6-0. We're gonna have that one more 7.
Y'all have.
But we should have had 2 more than that, man. There was 2 of them.
Yeah, I remember you told me. Is he fighting on
Jamel and Harrison undercard.
That's gonna be 7, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be number 7 this year on the 21st.
Yeah, so yeah.
December
and
21st.
y'all was about to. Y'all really could have been 9.
Right. That's where we was hoping to be.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the goal was 10 fights. We want 10 fights, so we behind. We behind.
Really
but
almost.
really,
it should have happened, but
We
that's how
ain't got
boxing
no,
fall out. Yeah.
We doing the shit ourselves, so it's working out pretty good, man. He's
Especially to do it by yourself, like
he's with this.
people don't be knowing how hard it is.
He got to deal with a guy I think is gonna make a big push here next year. So
It's good.
we're gonna stay active, but much like Quentin, you and Q the same age, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got to go.
Yeah.
I had to come around to that idea, like when they talking about late starters. Yeah, it's twofold though.
It's good and bad.
Right, like it's all right because you ain't got the miles on you neither. You hadn't been beat up.
That's what my coach always tell me that, and he's like,
Right.
that's why you so fresh and you so strong and so athletic.
So as long as you living
Yeah.
right and not going hit the streets and getting drunk and all that dumb shit, I think that makes a difference.
That's what
You know,
Coach Tori
a
always
big
tell me,
difference.
say, man, you different because you got the skills and the talent, and your legs are still strong. You still quick. You still got everything.
You
still
can't
healthy.
afford to go fuck up
Yeah.
because of the age, but it doesn't have to be a deterrent. I don't believe, man. I like I said, Queen walked in the gym 2011, man. No nothing, no fights, no nothing. And here
crazy.
we are.
That's crazy.
So and he's your age.
Shout out to Q, that boy. That
So we'll do all right, man.
Q doing this thing.
What boy, that Canelo's amazing, man. That Canelo, man. That Canelo boy, he I told you, bro, grand champ, man. That guy is never over.
Look.
It's over when Canelo says it's over, man.
I'll say this every time. I think Canelo's a great fighter. He's the face of boxing right now. He's dominating.
Yeah.
He's taking all the fights. But to me, he's just like the LeBron James of the NBA. He's boxing. You know, he's great. He's great at the moment.
Ain't that a bitch?
He's great.
LeBron James of boxing.
He's
with the LBJ.
he's great.
Yeah.
But when you put him up against some of the other greats, just
Like who?
it's debatable.
Like who?
That's fair.
And you got all greats of all times. Shit,
I'm saying, let's
so-
just stick
okay.
with Mexico. Let's
No,
just
I'm
do
saying I'm
Mexico.
talking about boxing.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Who you got? Roberto Duran or Canelo?
Hey,
Right.
wait a minute.
Huh?
You gotta let's put Canelo away. First
Where's
of all,
the belong?
Roberto Duran
He
is
afford.
the greatest lightweight to put on gloves. Probably the second greatest boxer in the history of the fucking sport.
Okay.
Right
Well,
now.
you
get
pick a
cheap-
weight class.
get cheap.
Pick a weight class.
Now, Roberto Duran easily got
Kill him.
What would you call? Would you call Canelo a true
What?
junior middleweight? He's really a junior
They
middleweight.
really a junior middleweight.
He's really a 154-pound fighter,
Okay.
but he's small for that fucking weight. That dude's what 5'7" maybe. They make him an inch bigger every fight, but that's just
Crazy.
promotion. Yeah, that motherfucker
He's
little, bro.
He's
That's
gonna
how
be
they do.
he's gonna be 6'7". He's gonna be 6'2" when his career's over.
So junior middleweight.
And he's sure I ain't know he was this short. I thought it was.
Yeah, that dude's little bitty, bro. That's a little bitty fucking dude, bro.
I seen a picture.
He shouldn't be doing what he's doing, bro. That's just amazing, man.
Yeah.
Because do you realize this 5 foot nothing junior middleweight just knocked out the light heavyweight champion of the planet, bro? That's
horrible.
that's just ridiculous, man. That
he's-
dude, and
He's good.
stop it. Clap. Queer Street, boom. Sit down, bro. Let's go home.
I had him winning by stoppage though.
That's amazing, man. I had him. My pick was I thought Canelo would pull out a decision,
I
but
actually thought he was gonna drop Coley with like a body shot.
That's what I thought too.
I never thought it was gonna be like a knockout.
Yeah, I ain't think.
I thought, but see, I knew Buddy McGirt knew how to beat Canelo. I knew he did, bro.
he was winning before the draft.
Yeah, bro. I had fucking Canelo.
I just don't like that
Kovalev ahead, bro.
He
And
was
I'm
boxing,
like,
but he didn't. When he got the chances, he didn't put any steam on none of his punches.
right.
But he was definitely
He was
winning.
very poised, man, in that fight. And I think he should have been.
But I had Canelo a pound for pound beating before that fight.
He cut me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
they didn't
That's
make it-
crazy,
they didn't make
man.
it different.
And people still debating this shit right now. But
I always say-
Present time, yeah. I think he's present time.
yeah. No, you got folks say no right now. I'm like, who the fuck got a better resume than this?
Nobody got
dude?
better
You
resume.
know,
If you
who-
go back and look at it, nobody.
I saw.
Y'all seen that guy that said he wanted to see Lomachenko fight Canelo?
Oh yeah. What did you say? It was on ESPN.
Bro, you seen that?
What?
Yeah, they didn't know. They don't know what they talk about boxing. They don't know boxing. They was on
They
ESPN.
talking like all
the sports champ.
Yeah, they said, man, they said, man, yeah, he's good, but I want to see him fight Lomachenko. He was there.
Lomachenko.
They really thinking that like they're not even close in the weight class.
They not even. You can tell by their face it was serious.
They- it was serious. It
If I was
wasn't-
on the panel,
it wasn't a
I'd have been
joke.
the commercial.
Right, he was so
And then kick him out.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, I know they felt so stupid
Probably
after they finally
football
told him.
guy or
Yeah,
something, you know,
I forgot who it
They
was.
probably embarrassed now.
And
They were like,
Lomachenko, he wanted to see Lomachenko, 126
Yeah,
fights.
he said, yeah, Canelo good, but I don't think I want to see him fight somebody for real, like Lomachenko. He was dead, like dead
he was
serious.
dead serious.
That was on TV.
It was
Who-
on TV, live
okay,
TV.
Who y'all want to see Canelo fight next?
I want to see him.
He got
fight.
At what weight class?
I don't think he should go lower than 68, bro, because of how big he is now, weight wise. I think going down to 60,
is a better.
might 60 is where he belongs.
Yeah,
But now that he done went so big,
yeah, he's gonna.
I think it's safer down there at 60 for me, for him. Because I believe at 68, you got a couple guys that's going to cause a problem.
Yeah.
And at 75, anybody could be a problem,
Yeah.
bro. Anybody.
If
man.
he
But-
gonna fight at
I don't think
68,
he's
fight
gonna say
Benavidez.
He ain't gonna fight Benavidez.
I know he not.
No, he-
I'm just saying it.
Shit, bro. I'm a Benavidez fan, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's
And see,
And who's the other guy?
that's dangerous.
light heavyweight,
Yeah.
that Beterbiev guy. Oh man,
How do you say his last name?
Beterbiev. He's
Everybody say he kill. I never seen. Who was that?
he's all right. He's
He's a killer.
Is he from Kazakhstan?
no, not
No.
Kazakhstan. He's from
I don't know where he's
where's
from.
my guy from MMA? The one who tied Conor in the knot.
The Russian.
Oh,
I think he was,
the one that beat
The
Conor.
Muslim, the
Yeah.
white Muslim.
Yeah, I forget it. I don't know where he's from.
Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib. Yeah, I don't know where he's from.
This guy from Khabib's
All right,
country.
yeah. So
Oh, no,
he's serious.
His name is
He got power.
that's a rough dude, bro.
Yeah.
I think he shows up like heavyweight. He's the one who beat Ted Atlas guy. They stopped the fight. Did they stop the fight or he got knocked out? No, they stopped it. The ref.
They was both undefeated, huh?
Yeah, he was a
Yeah,
Russian,
yeah.
and I mean, where they from used to be Russian, but you know, Russia broke up and they got all these different countries. But he's a Muslim brother like Khabib.
Mhm.
They from the same. Damn, I know where they from.
They look alike.
Yeah, the same type of
They
dude,
look
but
like-
Eastern European, just
I'll find out.
Triple G. They all look the same, them type of
Yeah.
people. But he, man, that's a bad dude, bro. That is a bad dude. I don't want Canelo to fight him.
No, he not gonna do it.
And I don't want Canelo. I really don't want Canelo to fight that damn Benavidez, man. If he
He's
can help it,
Russian.
not saying he can't. Not saying Canelo
I would
won't
love to
win.
see Benavidez and Canelo. That would be crazy.
But-
Benavidez is humongous.
I think he's gonna end up fighting this Billy Joe guy.
he
which
gonna
is-
fight Billy Joe.
That's a dangerous fight, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think Billy
Billy
Joe
Joe-
can't fight, man. Billy Joe's an average bad motherfucker.
He
man.
got to come to fight
I
how
heard he was sick.
He
right.
fight. Plus, he fights up and
That's what
like
everybody
if he
say.
fights a guy
Everybody say
that ain't shit.
Yeah.
He performs ain't shit.
See, I haven't seen
You know
him
what I'm
enough to
saying?
know
Yeah,
that. But that's what I heard. I heard
You
it.
remember Lennox Lewis in his prime? He used to fight
Yeah.
dudes, and if they wasn't shit, he just beat them. But he
Yeah.
wasn't.
He wasn't.
But then when he fights somebody that was serious, he come in there like a dog, man. That's how Billy Joe
I'd
reminds
love
me.
to see Jamal and Canelo fight.
I would like to see that just for Houston.
I would love,
Just to
yeah, that
see.
would be good for Jamal.
I
But-
think one of the best performances I've seen Billy Joe Saunders fighting was versus Lemieux.
You're right. That was the last one.
That dude could fight,
yeah.
That's what I
Lemieux.
was like. He's gonna get some.
But he's a traveler, bro, like Fury. Them Irish boys from the caravans and shit, bro. Them dudes is really fighters, man. It's like down in Mexico and shit. You know that rough shit. They fight because your name is this. You gotta fight for your name and shit. There's a different breed of people, man. Same thing with the Better Be Up guy. You know, them guys when they kids, they get trained in something in case they gotta go to war for the country and shit. Man, there's a whole different level of shit here, man.
Serious.
That these boys don't understand. But for the sake of just wanting to see it, 6'8". I would like to see Canelo whoop that Plant kid. I'd like to see Canelo.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too.
I like to see Canelo. It's a bunch of names.
I forgot about
Billy Joe,
Plant.
Benavides. It's another guy from England.
Man, you know what? I'm glad.
Callum Smith.
Oh yeah, Callum Smith. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, Smith. I'm glad boxing's keeping us busy, man, because you can talk about any weight class at any given time and have some shit going on. We were talking about 147 at the beginning of the year.
Boxing is great right now.
Yeah,
they woke back up.
Now you know,
dude. My heroes growing up was Tommy Hearns and you know, watching the Fab Four and Sweepy Whitaker and all those guys, man. Boxing now is as big to me as it was back then. It's not as exclusive, but that's just because of the world. Because now these boys can go on Instagram and you can actually see their life, right? We didn't see Tommy Hearns till he came out and executed motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, you didn't see Roberto Duran. You didn't get to see Roberto Duran coked up at the party with 3 women. You got to see him come out there and beat him motherfucker ass to death. That's it. Then he went home. You know what I'm saying? So today it's just different. But I think it's big as ever, man. I think it's big as ever. And I think in this world, like if you're a Ray Talib fan, you can see shit like this. You can see his social media. That shit's important, man. That's why I don't want y'all to get on the social media, bro, and do shit that right now you think you feel that shit. Yeah. But believe me, 5 years from now, you're gonna be hitting yourself in the head saying, I should have never shared that shit with the world. Because you want people. It's a responsibility, and I know guys like Broner and shit. They say I ain't no heroes and shit. It's stupid. Then you wasn't built for being
I mean, that's obvious.
Guy.
You automatically are. It's just
bro, you got guys, man. My son was looking up Canelo. I brought him to go see Canelo when he fought Trout down there in San Antonio and shit. He's a football, basketball guy. Canelo Alvarez fights. That's Canelo. Oh, he's sitting down because in his world, man, this is a bad motherfucker. And look at him. He carries himself well. I don't know the Spanish station, so I don't hear the shit y'all talking about that he's an asshole or whatever. Maybe he is. I don't know. My son don't know that. You know, he just see this little bitty guy, this Irish Mexican walking in there whooping everybody's ass, man, and carrying himself. He's seeing him. Me and my son sat there with Canelo fucking hurt Kovalev and tell the crowd, hey man, you know, and carry himself like that.
I paid a lot of money for this.
Right. My son seen that and like, that's how you handle yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the people are looking at you, man. It ain't about being phony and all that shit. Don't be phony. I ain't saying a person should be phony, bro. But you guys, regardless of the check you cashing, you're professional prize fighters, man, and that comes with responsibility.
Act as such, man. Absolutely.
I don't like to use the word humble. I'm not a humble guy. I'm a respectable guy. I respect people. I'm not humble at all. My dad wasn't a humble man. I'm not a fucking humble man. Fuck you. But with that said, I'm not disrespectful neither. I'm not trying to tell people, yeah, ain't shit, none of that shit. I just, man, humble for what? Nah, I will fight you, bro. And if you get me, you got me. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you, still. You know what I'm saying? But with you young guys, bro, I suggest I was never a professional fighter, neither, right? I'm not selling a product. You know what I'm saying, to the people, bro. Right. So don't act that. I don't think you guys should act that way. Be yourselves and
be professional. I think that's
professionalism. That's what you need, man. Absolutely.
I posted something yesterday on social media about that. You know, when you're building a business, and that's what you guys are doing, right? You're building your business, you're building your brand, and it's so much more than just the product. Yeah. So how that translates over for y'all is just so much more than going out there and knocking somebody out or keeping that owe or whatever.
Yeah.
You got it's about your boxing community. It's about respect. It's about you putting in the work, but it's about being professionalism and being professional. And there's an art to professionalism, and keep that in mind as you're building your brand, as you're building your business. Because, like you said, you don't want to do dumb shit that's going to come back.
Yeah.
You know, 5 years later, 6 years later, look, you know, we got video of him doing this or doing that, and you're in a position you might, you know, in 5 years, you will be a world champion, right? But you don't want no dumb shit that you did today.
Man, I'll
to
be
come
selling
out-
those
to
girls
come out
and
and
naked ass,
yeah.
bro. Some shit like that, man. Because the minute they get fucking mad at you because you got your deal and you said I like the other girl, here that shit come. Man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be
Seen all
careful,
those
man.
weird
You gotta be
pictures. They
aware
got
of that.
Oscar, man. They got some weird pictures of Oscar, man.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Look at that shit. Walking around
careful,
lines
man.
away.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, bro. That's
Cocaine-
you don't do that
Cocaine
shit.
and women.
Yeah, bro.
No, Photoshop.
I'd have never admitted to that shit. Man, that's your lying eyes. That ain't me, man. That ain't me. But that's, you know, I think you always in the hood, bro, in the neighborhood, getting involved. I think, you know, that's part of the pool for me. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the boxing. The boxing first, because I
Yeah,
seen
of
you
course,
fight.
yeah.
We went over there and sparring and shit. This kid in with his spar. You got an angle, bro, with the girls. I don't know if you know it. You should have that if you're building that up. Regardless to if you got a little girlfriend and shit. You know, make her be comfortable. Listen, I ain't worried about these girls, but you need to sell that shit. And so you don't need to be all in the fucking social media, being an asshole and a jerk. You want the girl's mama to say, "Oh, look at that clean cut kid right there, boy. That's a good guy to look at." You see what I'm saying? You got to sell that shit, man, because it's a product. But more importantly, don't be an asshole, right?
Wait till you're on top, and then you can switch it up like Mayweather, right? He was money with Mayweather until he decided to switch it, which was right. You know, you switch it and you become heel, and then you make more money.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when he was the Ray Leonard smiling and not talking. I liked him then, but that turn for him equaled
More money.
stratosphere, money
They
and
want to
fame.
see
And
him. They
everything.
want to see him lose. That's why he sold a lot of tickets and money.
You know, the bad thing with that, man, them guys playing a villain is seems like to me when they do get their ass whooped, you can't really play the villain no more because you got your ass whooped, man. And then so when they lose another one, instead of carrying themselves like a champion to where somebody will root for you again, right? Or it was just a bad matchup, whatever. You know, they like, you know what I'm saying? So you're trying to be the heel, and now you done cornered you. If you're not a Mayweather, you can't be the heel, right? If you're not Muhammad Ali, who was the heel back then, turned hero, but you know, Broner.
Now, and see, so that's a perfect example. This is something that I've shared with you a while back ago. For everyone needs a bad guy in their story. Everyone, for every hero, there needs to be a bad guy. Now,
Can't be a hero without me.
right now.
Danny Garcia and his dad.
The dad is the bad guy, right?
Yeah, your dad, yeah.
He's funny. That's a funny guy.
And you absolutely can be a bad guy and have the crowd still rooting for you. The thing is, the bad guy has to have a good story. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be something that made him turn heel. Like with Mayweather, it was that he had that good image. He couldn't
sell out.
He couldn't do all that. So he said, "Well, fuck it then." And he switched it, and it worked, right? And people loved him. You can't be a bad guy and have a bad story. There's no fucking winning in that. You're not only are you a fucking bad guy, you're a piece of shit, but you can be a bad guy and say, "Oh shit, that's what happened to him. Fuck, I like that. All right, now I get it."
Like the anti-hero. Like I always root for the bad guy in the movie.
The underdog.
Right. I like the guy in black. That's his ass, motherfucker. But I identify with it because
there's a story.
The story says, well, y'all shitted on this.
Yeah,
don't be the guy nobody shitted on. You had the fucking world as an oyster. Now you're an asshole too. That's like I root for Broner to keep fighting, so he can keep beating up.
That's a perfect example.
Broner
is a perfect example of being a bad guy and having just a terrible fucking
By
story.
all accounts, everybody I know, I don't know him, but everybody I know that knows him personally, say he's a great guy, bro.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody I know that had any interaction with Broner said he's a good guy, bro. That's a good
crazy,
dude.
man.
That's interesting.
And I'm like, damn, he don't seem like a likable guy at
He don't
all,
seem
bro.
like he's been annoying.
So, but that's why I try to preface everything. Man, I don't know this guy, but you know what I'm saying? Because you never know, bro. You never know what made people do that. But I just worry about, I'm a father with a gang of kids, man, gang of daughters, gang of sons. And when I look at these girls on social media, man, these young girls, man, like, and I'm going, don't you know, one of these days you're gonna be mama, you're gonna be somebody's wife, hopefully. That's what you want, you know what I'm saying? And then
Grandmother.
I'm gonna run your name through Google. Hey, if a dude don't run his gal's name through Google these days before marrying this shit, you a fucking fool, boy. You need to run a check on their ass, man, because she was popping ass on the Instagram a while ago, man. You better watch that shit, man. But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So you guys as pro fighters, you gotta understand that shit, man. Keep your shit out the news, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all got significant. I don't know if you got a girlfriend, your gal, or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Even with kids, a lot of us come from kids with people we ain't with no more and shit. You gotta handle that shit right, man, because you don't want the winds to come out your cell, bro.
Yeah.
After you done did all the work for 4-5 years, and then get right, and then the head comes. You know what I'm saying? He kicked my ass, and
Right.
yeah, y'all think he's so great. He stomped me out. Look at the picture. You know what I'm saying? And that's your fault, then. It's your fault, brother. You keep hitting on the girls' stuff, man. You should have just walked off. They said that about that Garcia kid. He argues with his baby mama and shit all
really?
the time on Instagram.
Which one? Which Garcia?
Right. The young
Really?
boy.
Oh, damn.
Like she don't like him or something like that. I ain't even look into it, but I've seen it on like ESPN, like talking about how him and his baby mama beefing.
I don't even know why you putting it out there. Like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, man. Don't listen, man. Don't say nothing. Even on the phone, bro. This is a different world.
This is a
man.
different
The motherfuckers record.
You
The
press
motherfuckers,
record,
yeah,
bro.
they
I got your
record.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all think
He said-
y'all think Wine, you gonna Wine told me. Nah, you motherfucker.
Ain't in person.
He told me you was gonna kill me and kill my
Oh
family.
yeah, 50 Cent. That's his move.
Yeah.
That's
50
crazy.
Cent do it to all his people.
Yeah, 50 Cent be
50
recording.
Cent will put his kids on the fucking recorder. Look, man, this kid ain't shit. Hey, that's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you gotta watch that shit, man, because it's forever. The internet is forever, man.
Yeah, nah, for
That
real.
shit
That's
is
crazy.
forever,
I was
bro.
gonna say.
It's a different world, man.
You know, and you don't want to be that motherfucker. I don't know if y'all seen it was a kid in Katy, the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they hung his ass out the drive, man, and trying to portray him racist because he said nigga to his partners. Man, we gonna whoop these niggas' ass. Now it's, all his partners there is a white guy.
Yeah.
So when he say the shit, his partners is like, yeah, we gonna get it.
Yeah.
So some parent, listen to this racist.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we gonna pretend that was what that was. And now his mother and father, because guess what? This kid is at Katy. He's a quarterback, the starter. He's got
Scholarships
scholarships on the line. And guess what? All they see is, this kid's a racist.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what? Hold on. So now his parents got to come on there and say,
apologize.
we don't use that word. And da-da-da. The funniest thing to me in the world is if somebody says the N word. Like when we was kids, you might don't say the F word, the N word. I'm like, y'all really saying that shit? That's what you said at the house when y'all was telling me? That's what you was saying? What I'm saying is the responsibility to the athletes. Don't say the shit if it could get you, right? Don't say it. Just don't say it at all. And leave it as it is, because this kid, there's people in this world that's trying to ruin these kids' future. Behind something you clearly know. Whether you agree he should be using the term or not, that's of little consequence. If him and his partner sit there and his partner's talking to him like that, he's talking to him like that, you know
I wouldn't have came out and said we don't use this language. Well, he didn't learn that at home. I would have said that. I said not only did he not learn this language at home, he picked it up at school. He picked it up on the team. So don't look at us like we're the fucking racist.
You can't win with that argument. You can't win with no argument because of how we are.
You can't. Maybe, but that's how I would have fucking handled it. Like,
believe me, them parents wrote that shit under the rest. They didn't want to.
Right.
And Dad Billy Bob was pissed off at little Jimmy when you dumb motherfucker, see you can't say shit like that. You thought your partners was cool, huh? You know what I'm saying? And the kids just sitting there, that is my fight. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to see that, man. That's the world we live in, bro. And so anything you do is under a microscope. And listen, it took me years to understand. They were saying that the hip word haters been around for years before I would even accept it. Right?
Jesus had haters.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this guy. This guy don't even cross my mind. Why would I cross his mind, right? And people say, nah, I told you, brother, dude hates your guts, man. I'm telling you, bad mother. And I said, man, people don't think like that. No, bro. How wrong is wrong could be. People will try to sink your ship, man. They will look at you, see you being positive and doing things, and they hate your guts. I mean, really hate your guts, man. And you don't, these guys don't even cross your mind. So when you put stuff out there on social media, man, that shit will bite you in the ass, bro. And this kid, like I'm sitting there, I'm like, this kid might get a scholar. He's getting letters and shit, and y'all just trying to take that from this kid. That over something that you know, that ain't what he was saying. You know what he was saying. That ain't what he was saying. So they don't care, bro. You got people that's gonna try to ruin you, man. So if you put in, you throw a fit. Listen, man. I know a lot of guys I be seeing, like, especially with politics and shit, they be wanting to, you know, they get emotional. Fuck you, right? They go rant and put videos out there and like stupid. You know that's gonna be there forever. Now. So tomorrow when you calm down, be like, I shouldn't have let that shit get to me, but it's too late. Yeah. It's out there now. You look like a fucking idiot, man.
So he's giving you an example of what not to do, what to be aware of, what to stay away from, right? And I think that's just half the fucking battle. Right? Being aware of what not to do. What you should do is counter that, right? Make sure you're being very strategic with the stuff that you're putting out. Be conscious of the stuff that you're putting out. Be deliberate with the stuff that you put out to build your business, to build your brand. Understanding what the market needs, understanding who your market is, who your demographic, right? He identified you as, you know, have that teen heartthrob, have being able to corner that market. Be deliberate with that. Put stuff out there that's gonna help your brand. One, he gave you the first step of what not to put out there. All right. The whole complete thing is not only be aware of not what not to put out there, but be deliberate and conscious of what you want out there, what you want people talking about in 5-10 years. Yeah. Oh well, shit, this kid's been doing it for fucking 5-10 years. That's who he is. That's the way he has a track record.
People break bread with shit in. You know what I'm saying? This guy's solid. I'm a rocker. Right. You know, and I say all that to say that y'all may understand all this already. Yeah. But I say that to say that it's not that you don't get mad and angry and pissed off and that, because Lord knows I do. But punch the bag, get aggravated, you know what I'm saying? Just don't try not to, as little as you can, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, people will grab onto that, man, and try to sink your thing, bro. And I just hate to see it, man. You know, I am who I am. I've been married 20 years, bro. I got kids. This is what I do. I ain't finna bite my fucking tongue. I'll apologize to somebody. If I look back and say, shit, I handled that. Hey, man, my bad. No, I'm not gonna get humble and beg for your forgiveness, but my bad. I dropped the ball on that one. But you guys are on a different, you know, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I could just fuck up majorly and go to penitentiary or something or die. But you guys, man, y'all are striving in a weird world, man. It's a weird world. Like I said, man, we didn't see as a kid. I didn't know Tommy Hearns was hanging. That's my hero. I didn't know he had them dope dealers in Detroit and they was doing some things and shit. Not that he ever got involved with them, but associated with them. Whereas a 10-year-old me, somebody say, you know, you wouldn't know that, he's a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Instead of rooting for it, you don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Today, everything's under a microscope, bro. Everything's under a microscope. And if you y'all do too much work, man, as fighters, bro, to let some outside bullshit get in the way, man. And so you want them people to root for you that just find something in common with you guys, and you don't want to run them off.
And it goes back to what we said earlier, staying professional. Yes. Just staying professional. Because you guys got it, man. You guys definitely got it. You got that it factor, both of y'all. You got an A-Leaf behind you. I mean, A-League has a lot of fucking pride.
Yeah.
They stand up for
Come to
A-League.
my fight. Don't sit behind nobody behind. They ain't gonna sit down and they gonna have their own commentary. They gonna be saying they gonna be saying some off the wall stuff, man.
Yeah.
I got some clips from that fight, man. I'm hearing this. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah. A-League. There's something about A-League, man. Have you heard?
That's the first place I lived, bro.
Oh,
I came to Houston 20 years ago. But when I went there, it was a night I thought I hit the ladder. Man. Coming from New Orleans, bro, I was like, man, look at this shit, bro. Look at this, man, lawns.
the grass.
And then, but I watched it change during my time, too, and we moved the fuck out Decatur, bro. Like, the kids I seen, the little kids, the little youngsters, was walking the streets in the suburb playing football and shit. One of them went to penitentiary for this, and one of them that. I remember saying, "Man, what happened to little such and such?" Oh man, he locked up. You know, and so it started getting. I don't, gentrification. I guess because it was out when I got there. It was a mix. It was like a mixed black area, Hispanic area, white area, and then I just seen the kids go haywire. It looked like
it's still diverse, It's in the national district, but.
It went haywire, bro. I don't know.
It's not the same as it used to be.
No, man. I met my wife. She had the built-in pool in the front yard with the closed gate and shit. I was like, man, I'm gonna win right here. And I did. I won, but we got the fuck, man. We ended up staying about 10 years. Fuck that, man. I left the hood, bro. But I met some great people there. I got some good friends lately. But that's
A-League's what's up.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. A lot of pride, man.
So what? So official picks for tonight.
I got Wilder by knockout.
Wilder by knockout. Early or late?
Early to middle.
What you got?
I say Wilder 10 rounds.
Wilder 10.
Because Ortiz knows how to move and box, he knows how to dodge, but
he can fight. He's a better fighter.
He was winning the first fight.
He is. He's
winning the first fight.
But anything can happen. You never know.
Yeah.
Because they some big punches, both of them.
Yeah. Ortiz can punch.
But I'm gonna miss the fight though. I'm gonna be at
next fight. Oh, that's right.
We watched. I had Robert Redmond fighting and Quentin fighting the night. Ruiz beat Joshua. We was at the next fight of the show. And
I was watching both. I was watching both, and they did.
Ryder Shields and then was in the corner looking at the test. So I walked over there because I didn't know Andy Ruiz. I really didn't. So I was like as dumb as everybody who's looking at the weigh-ins going, man, what the fuck?
My mom was like, who's that? He gonna win?
Yeah. So
I was outside. I think I was outside watching. I think I was watching Enrique or Eric fight, and Shelby walked by, and she's like, "Hey, Ruiz just knocked down Anthony." I'm like, "Nah, get the fuck out of here." I went to the back, and everyone was in the back, and I told you, "Hey," and you're like, "Nah." And then this one went over to Robin
because I remember they made a thing. He went down because Ruiz went down first.
Yeah,
and I was just
right.
About a few seconds later, shit! And we looked over there, and Andy just beating the brakes off that short.
Andy Ruiz got dropped. I was like, oh man! But then when Andy Ruiz dropped Joshua, I was jumping up and down. I was like, damn, what's going on?
I was hyped, bro.
It's going crazy.
I was hyped with that, man.
Yeah, you have a pick for tonight?
Nah, brother. I mean, Wilder and I just don't have.
No.
I haven't been keeping up. I've just been keeping up with these guys, man. I've been honestly, I've been real with a couple people. I've just been into this for a year.
Oh, okay.
I came under JR's wing, G&M.
Nice.
He gave me the game, and these guys been giving me the game, and I've been seeing the work ethic.
That's what's
you
up.
stuck, huh?
Yeah. So I'm learning. I'm learning the game.
They got you. They got you in.
Luckily, I got a lot of people guiding me along.
Yeah.
And these guys, man, they something else.
I think King Kong is my age or older for real. I don't think he's 40 years old. I think
they be lying.
45 or something.
Yeah, they say
Where
he's
he from
40. He's from Cuba.
He from Cuba?
He's Cuban. Yeah. When they get here, they be defected, so they got to make up shit anyway. I'm 21. Yeah,
But they say he's 40. He look older.
But I seen, I think that's what 40 is his age, right? That they say.
That's what they said, 40.
I'm definitely going for it.
I think he got Social Security check. And I think Wilder early.
Wilder
this
early.
time because I watched Ortiz that last time. Not the Wilder fight, the fight after that. Man,
Oh,
he
that
looked
fight
bad.
horrible. That was
He
horrible.
looked bad.
If
bro.
he looked like that, yeah. If he looked like,
old.
yeah, if he looked like that, yeah. Wilder, I forgot about that. I
He
forgot
looked
fought,
old,
yeah.
bro. He looked real
Wilder
old.
gonna get him out of there.
I think Wilder's gonna get him out in 3 games.
My
Something
heart-
like that.
If he fight just like that, but they say this was the best shape he's at. But they say that.
My heart is
That's every
Ortiz.
fight.
My
Every
heart is
fight, yeah.
Ortiz. My head is Wilder.
Yeah, man. And as far as Leo Santa Cruz or Florida, I don't know if I'm rooting for the Houston guy like I
I
always
remember I him, but I know
100%.
all I know is about Leo Santa Cruz. That dude, that's a monster.
I
I never seen Miguel Flores, but of course that's big for Houston now.
Yeah, man. I want to see the upset.
Navarro and them at the weigh-ins, that was dope.
I want to see the upset, man. But that it ain't gonna be easy, no matter how it goes.
Santa Cruz always comes to fight, puts on the show.
I seen him with Miguel, like he was in great shape.
He can box or punch. You want to stand there and trade, whatever you want to do, man. That dude's good. This is his fourth. If he wins, this is his fourth division, right? A fourth title.
Yeah.
World title.
Fourth title.
Yeah.
Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
Shout out to Miguel Flores, man. He's going to do his thing tonight on the Ortiz Wilder undercard. Hopefully he pulls out the victory. Shout out to Next Fight Up. If you're in Houston, make sure you go out to the Arabian Shrine.
Arabian Shrine Center.
Yeah, the Arabian Shrine Center off of the Beltway and the Hardwin. They're putting on a great show. I'm not sure how many fights they got on the card, but
It's plenty.
yeah,
I got the.
it's
well,
going to be a good show.
Like 11, 10 of them.
Yeah. They got a shout out to JoJo. JoJo fighting tonight, Rivera.
713.
Jericho Walton.
Yeah.
That's my guy. Dominic Gwynn is back.
This is his last fight.
He's fighting.
Final fight. Yeah, he got emotional.
Who else is on that show? It's stacked as
Yeah,
usual.
it's that.
My boy Gabriel Smith fighting tonight.
Yeah.
Training out of
They were
training.
finna put on the show.
He gonna put on
He's
the-
fighting the Wattel. That's the guy fighting the Wattel guy.
Yeah,
He's good. I don't think I ever seen him
Slick?
fight.
You never seen the fight?
yeah.
think so.
He's slick. He can fight. Yeah, he gonna win.
All right.
Shout out to all our friends of the show, Pablo Boxing,
Fine, yeah. I got a flag we need to hang up
yeah,
in here.
we
You
got-
send me, man.
Pablo Boxing, Amber Sports. We got Juan Creole. He's from ABO.
ABO, yeah.
Shout
We're
out
gonna have
to
him on the
Juan.
show hopefully next week. I'm gonna get with him and the ABO president. We're gonna do. We probably have to. He's in Detroit, I believe. We're gonna have to do it over Wi-Fi on the new program.
So
But he
shout
said he'll
out.
Come on.
Shout out for y'all supporting the show. It's been great, man. It's been a great episode.
Oh yeah, and one last thing, Canelo Alvarez, the grand champ,
Viva.
successful
Yeah.
knockout of Kovalev. Manny Fresh picked Kovalev to win. I remember.
He was winning.
He was winning. Before we get out of here, man, I ain't get you last time.
My man.
Hey,
Let's see what we got.
B, you
Oh,
already
these-
know what's up.
These are the good shirts too. I know about these. Bella canvas.
Yeah, it's a canvas.
Yeah.
Oh, you got my size.
Yeah,
now.
I got your
This
size.
was
This
size.
time.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Me.
Appreciate that.
Shout out GNM by Coach Torrey. Who else?
Shout out to Coach Tory, Coach
Flip.
Steve,
We got Flip right here, Steve.
Gerard.
Yeah.
Y'all got a squad over there. They put a lot of
Yeah,
good products over there, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Shout out
Y'all follow A-Leaf Ali.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes, the IG name.
IG?
Y'all go follow me at Instagram at Juan Velasquez Jr. and on Twitter at Juan Velasquez Jr.
That's what's
Y'all
up,
watch
man.
these guys, bro. I'm 100% bagging these dudes. These dudes is gonna be very successful, man.
Shout out to Marlene.
As far as
You put a hell of a fight, man.
my
We're
link,
proud
she
of
did
you.
her thing, bro. I don't know why people was talking bad about her. She had a whole cut in her head.
Yeah,
People don't know about boxing, but she put on the show.
She coming back. She coming back.
Me and Rudy talked a
Yeah.
week after the fight.
Yeah.
We was over there and we was doing some sparring. He had a kid getting ready for a Mexico fight.
Mhm.
Goddamn, I'm forgetting his name, but
Oh.
and we ran it about Marlene. He said she's wanting to fight. You
Yeah.
know, she's
She's a fighter.
yeah. So
She'll
be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she good.
She'll be all right.
She was good after the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to H-Town, man. We appreciate the love and the support. Next week we'll probably have Juan from the ABO. We'll make it happen, Juan. I know you're watching, so we look forward to interviewing you next week. And that's a wrap, man. We're live at the Grind Boxing Academy in the studio.
Arabian Shrine Center
It's
tonight.
going down
About
tonight.
7:00, huh? 7 o'clock.
Shout
They
out to-
always on time too.
Shout out to Forrest
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
what do you call Joe? The Irishman or the
Dutchman.
The Dutchman.
He's Dutch. Yeah, I like the Dutchman, man. You give me free tickets.
That's a wrap, man. We appreciate it.
Yo.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Now, fellas.
That's dope. Yeah, it was good.
Now what I told